Hi, Merry Christmas. So just do some things up real quick. I didn't record this video with my mic. That was purely because I was listening to Spotify. I wanted to vibe and not talk whilst making this. But I'm voicing over this now. I did originally have a different video for this where I used golden syrup, which is what I ended up using in this video. Instead of golden syrup, you should really use maple syrup or honey if you have it, but golden syrup is an alternative substitute that worked for me at least. So I'm just saying this now. But this is Christmas spiced oat cookies that I made for my dad. Because he likes oats and I fucked up an oat recipe and had 140 grams of cooked oats. So I figured I would use them to good use. So what we have for this recipe is, as I said, 140 grams of cooked oats, 115 grams of softened butter, 50 grams of brown sugar or coconut sugar, 60 grams of maple syrup or honey. Like I said, you can use golden syrup as a substitute, though I kind of fucked it a little bit because I accidentally added a bit of golden syrup when trying to get the measurement, and I forgot to just take off some of the ground. So that one's a little fucked. Apologies. 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 60 grams of all-purpose flour, which is plain flour for those who don't know, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a pinch of ground ginger, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and you can also use 30 grams of chopped nuts, dried cranberries, or chocolate chips if you want to, but I didn't have any of those in my kitchen, so I kind of had to just make it plain, and it was for my dad anyway, so yeah, he enjoyed them. I only know that because obviously I'm voicing over this now. Okay, so first we're going to cream together the butter and brown sugar until it's light and fluffy. This will give the cookies hopefully a rich and buttery flavor. I can't really remember because I did this like ages ago, but I'll do the voiceover. Sorry. Next we're gonna add the syrup or honey, the large egg, the vanilla extract, and mix everything together until it's smooth and well combined. In a whole nother bowl, combine the flour, baking soda, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. Oh, and salt. Because these spices will give the cookies that classic Christmas warmth. Stir the cooked oats into the wet mixture, and then gradually add the dry ingredients. And mix until everything is well incorporated. And at this point, if you want to, you can add the chopped nuts, dried cranberries, or chocolate chips for an extra festive touch. Now you have to scoop about 1 to 2 tablespoons of dough and roll it into a ball. It shouldn't be like super runny-ish. Trying to describe this from memory because I'm looking at the video. But it should be at least stable enough that you can roll it into a ball. I had to use 2 teaspoons to do that. I mean tablespoons to do that. Just because it was a bit too sticky and stuff. Because that was from my melon syrup incident. Let's see. You place the balls onto the baking sheet with lined with parchment paper or greaseproof paper or baking paper, whatever you call it. And you can gently flatten them out with your fingers or a spoon. I just decided to leave it as is. And then you bake these cookies at 175 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes, or until the edges are golden in the center. Are golden and the centers are slightly set. They'll smell amazing as they bake. Truly, they did. I will say I did get golden, but one of them was just a bit too soft, so I just banged it in for a couple of extra minutes. And it still turned out really great. So you can do that. I would say at least 5 extra minutes if necessary. Just put it back in the oven the opposite way that that cookie was in. Like, I think mine was at the front, so I just put it towards the back. Then you let the cookies cool on a baking sheet for 5 minutes before transferring them to the wire rack to cool completely. And now, I let the camera run for the entire duration of that. And what I didn't realize was that the camera had decided to just pause. So it kind of looks like nobody took it off the wire rack for a while, and then poof, they're suddenly on there, which is a kind of a cool transition, I suppose. But that was an unintentional accident on my behalf. I didn't check it on the camera. But you want to let them cool completely. Now, if you want, you can have I've got brain fog. If you want, you can like drizzle some icing or just sprinkle powdered sugar. I did both, just because the icing, I ended up making it too runny by accident. Which, human error, gets us all. But to make the icing, you need 60 grams of powdered sugar, or icing sugar, or confectioner's sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk or cream to adjust the desired consistency, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract or almond extract, which is optional, and food coloring, which is optional for the best of luck. And now, I should have only done 1 tablespoon of milk, but I did 2. Which was too much, in my opinion. Now you had too much left over. In a small bowl, because it's literally just small. You whisk the powdered sugar with 1 tablespoon of milk or cream, and add the vanilla almond extract if desired. For a thicker consistency, or drizzle, use less liquid, which is what I should have done. But for something thinner and more runny, which is what we ended up having, add the milk or cream a few drops at a time. And just pray that it actually looks good, because mine didn't, and that was just human error on my part. I guess I could have added a bit more powdered sugar if I thought about it. I think I did, but it wasn't enough. If you want it to be like Christmas themed, then mix in a drop or 2 of either red or green food coloring. Or if you want to do both, just split the icing, the white icing you currently have, into a separate bowl, and then just do both colors. Now, to drizzle, you can either use a spoon, a fork, or a piping bag. And just drizzle the icing over the cookies. Another optional thing you could do is just dunk cookies into the icing. If you don't have a piping bag but you want to pipe it, you can use a plastic sandwich bag with a small corner just snipped off. Just be careful if you do that. And you want to allow the icing to set for about 15 to 20 minutes at room temperature before storing all certain cookies. I was on a time limit because I didn't know when my dad was going to get home, and I really wanted to try a cookie for the camera. So I just took a cookie and ate it and gave my dad the last 4. Because I only made 5. There wasn't 6. I mean, it could have made 6 if you were careful. But this is just my Christmas cookies. I will say that I'm working on a visual novel. I don't know when it's going to be done, but it's a winter theme visual novel, and I have 3 recipes that I want to at some point try. Now, these are to do with one of my characters. Cafes, bakeries, whatever. What did I call it again? I've got it written down on Discord. Wait a sec. A bakery and coffee shop called the Frosted Fur. I think it's Fur. F-I-R. But the winter-themed baked goods that are on sale at this time, because it's the winter, and they're seasonal cookies and other treats. I have iced sugar snowflake cookies that I want to try, you guys. Frosted cinnamon rolls. This feels like a really good thing that I really want to try. And blizzard brownies. Now, I don't have a good rap with brownies. They just seem to always hate me. But I do want to try and make it. I'm hoping I can do it like when I move house and I get a KitchenAid. Or kitchen stand, whatever you want to call it. Just so it's easier for me. Because it's mixing itself and I don't have to use my non-dominant hand and trying to faff with my dominant hand to get everything in. It just ends up everywhere. And it'll make recording so much easier because it's a machine doing it. And it's likely to be more human error. And lumps. So yeah, that is going to be the future 3 videos of baking with Wolfe. I really do hope that you like this recipe. Feel free to try it yourselves. If I remember, I will put it in the description down below, but again, you have it here, verbalized. You can try and go along, but it's up to you with what you do. Have a great Christmas, and I hope to see you again soon. And feel free to like and subscribe. Because we're almost at 50 as a recording in November. I've actually pre-recorded almost up into January, which is crazy, and it's great for me because that means I get to have a proper break. I don't have to worry about my channel or my dad's gaming channel for a while. It's just stress until I get to go have a nice Christmas holiday with my family. And I will be back to recording in January. Because at least, as of right now, half of January is done. It's mostly just Our Life, so it might just be an Our Life January, because that's all the pre-recorded videos I've got. But I do want to try and get some Ghana Banban in there at least. There's gonna be less deleted cuts because I'm just getting lazy. Leaving in content, and because of some of the content's just being cut, it's very small pieces. So I don't know what's happening with that yet. Either way, it's gonna be good no matter what happens. And I will see you when I see you. Bye!